Right. SMA can be taught one-on-one through some kind of Zoom or WebEx or Skype or any kind of apparatus. We can teach that, or we can do it in a group. So people in a group of 10 or 20 or 20 or 30 or whatever the number is, we can teach SMA lessons. Absolutely. What is a life coach? A life coach is about teaching about life. SMA is life coaching, teaching about life. I mean, people want to know about life. They don't even know who they are. They want to know about life and they don't know who they are. Who are they? I was speaking to a Japanese guy about spirituality in karate, and he says, "What? Spirituality in karate? No such thing." I said, "You're a master of karate." This is a Japanese master that I was speaking to. And I said, "So you don't know who you are?" He says, "I'm a man." I said, "You're a man?" I said, "And your enemy?" He says, "It's a man." I said, "Now, if you are sitting on that chair and you fall off that chair dead, where are you?" He didn't know what to say. I said, "What are you looking at? Can you see yourself? Can you imagine yourself on the floor?" "Yes." I said, "But you're dead. Where are you?" So he didn't know. He didn't know how to answer. I said, "So you are not just a body. You are not just a mind. You are life energy called love. So when you understand what this life is, you need to know what this life is. And once you understand what life is, then you can teach people life coaching." Everything is up to everybody else. You know, we can make a great effort to discover this. We can make a great effort, or we can just go through the paces. You have to do the practice. To make a discovery of yourself, you have to practice. You have to do. You cannot become, for instance, a black belt in karate just by pitching up at the grading. You have to do the stuff. The teachers have to look at you and say, "Wow, he's worthy of a black belt." And if you're not worthy of a black belt, you go for the test again and again and again and again. So it is very important that we do this in our life consistently and correctly. We practice. Okay. Once you've completed the leadership of 9 lessons, you then have the acknowledgement from myself that you can now attempt Teachers Level 1. So once you got Teachers Level 1, then you can teach the first lesson in the leadership. Only the first lesson, because you're not equipped to learn to teach the second lesson that you've been through, or the third lesson, because every teacher has to learn certain things. They have to go through certain processes. They have to learn certain techniques of how to deal with situations. So they have to be taught these. So Level 1 teacher can only teach to Level 1 leadership. Level 2 teacher can teach Level 1 lesson and lesson 2. So 1 and 2. Teacher number 3, for instance, can teach all of the above. You can teach lesson 3, lesson 2, and lesson 1. Right. Now, teaching benefits everybody. Me as a teacher, for instance, when I teach my students, it reminds me of how to be. When I teach my students in class, in my karate class, for instance, I teach them with full of love. But I must also be full of love. When I say to them, don't use bad language, for instance, don't swear, I give them an example that I've never used a single swear word my entire life. So it reminds me that I have to be that. If I make a statement, I've never sworn my entire life, I must continue on this journey. So a teacher has to do what they teach. So by teaching, it reminds you how to be. You know, you can stand on a platform and deliver something, but you don't live it. But with SMA, we teach you how to be. Yes. After teacher, there's an amazing level. You know, you get into the core of SMA, and that is the mastership. The mastership where you become a master of your own life. And when you master your life, you master the lives of other people. You help them to discover themselves. You help them to take this wonderful journey with you. That's the mastership. You can't see the end of the road on a long journey. But if you were up on top with a helicopter, you can see the end, the length of the road, where you've come from, where you're going to. So when you're a master, you can see the entire journey of the person that you're dealing with. You can see the entire journey of the teacher that you're guiding. You can see the entire journey of the leadership students, the students that are doing leadership. Just by sitting with them, you can see their journey. When you become a master, there are certain things that you need to look out for, and this will guide people to have that right to be a master. So people that do hypnosis training or NLP, they can use their techniques for certain developments in regards to the body and the mind. So NLP and hypnosis. Hypnosis works with the subconscious mind, not the unconscious mind, right? The subconscious mind. But with SMA, it's completely different, right? In SMA, it is 7 levels of the mind and spirit or life. So NLP deals with brain and body. SMA deals with mind and spirit. Why not use all the techniques? Why not use, it's about evolving, isn't it? Certain people require hypnosis. Yes, do it. Certain people need brain work. Do it. Certain people need mind work. Do it. Some people need spiritual work. Do it. So I would say it's more notches. You know, there's more skills. Yes. When you're a bricklayer and you're building a house, you need a carpenter. But if you learn the skills of a carpenter, you don't need a carpenter anymore. You do the brickwork and you do the building. And if you have an idea of plumbing and your plumbing is good, you do your own plumbing. So it's all the skills that you develop. When you develop these skills, this will help you help many people, a wider spectrum. Not everybody wants to learn about spirit and mind. Not everybody wants to learn about brain and body. But there are some aspects that we can use for this, some aspects we can use for that, and for other things that are necessary. The main purpose of life is to love. We are the embodiments of love. When you start denying this by indulging in negative activity, when you start indulging in things that will contaminate you, you then are not working from purity. So my aim has been from the time I was a child is to bring teachings to the world of how people can become better. My father said to me, "Son, continue with your building. There's plenty of money to be made." I'm a skilled builder. I can build houses. I can have teams of workers and build many houses. I've done it. But this is not my path. My path is to be a teacher. My path is to be a servant of humanity. I'm here to serve humanity. I come for that purpose. I'm born for that purpose. I know my journey. So my father was very unhappy about the fact that I'm teaching karate and teaching spirituality and all this other stuff instead of being a builder and making a lot of money. He said, "Son, you could have been so wealthy. You could have had so many houses. But would that have made me happy? Would I have found contentment?" I find contentment in teaching. When I see somebody improving, the thousands of people that I've guided over the years have all become better people. Some might have fallen, but most of them remember me. They remember the teachings, and they've evolved into a higher level. They've become better fathers, they've become better sons, they've become better daughters, better wives, better husbands, whatever role, they have become better. Show me one that has denied it. I like to see one person that have said that I've led them wrongly. Those that have left me said, "Wow, we made a mistake leaving you. We made a mistake." So my thing is to spread love. We have a lit candle. We have one candle with a light. We get another candle, we place next to it. We take the light from the first candle. Now the room is brighter. It's brighter. 2 candles are burning. We take a third candle and we light it, and it becomes brighter. And the more candles we light, the brighter the room, and it gets brighter and brighter. That is what I'm about, is to light the lamp of love in every heart so that the world becomes better. The world becomes lifted and evolved. There are many teachers. I'm not the only one. There are many good teachers. We need to be listening to them. Many have died. Mahatma Gandhi died. Martin Luther King Jr. died. We're alive. We can help. We can learn from them. Learn the lessons of all these great teachers. Even spiritual teachers like Buddha and Jesus, they sacrificed their life. Krishna and Rama, they are all living beings that were on the planet, that were here to teach and guide others. I'm only a tiny little teacher. I'm a small teacher, but I can make a difference to somebody's life. A small difference. They can then latch on to other teachers and say, "Okay, I'm going to learn more from that teacher and more from the other teacher and grow." I'm not saying I have all the understanding. I'm not the only one. If I say I'm the only one, I'm the best teacher in the world, I'm only fooling myself. When Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, no one will get to the Father but through me," what was he saying? Was Jesus saying, "I, the ego"? Or was he saying, "I, the divinity"? I am the way. So the divine, God, whatever you want to call it, the life is the way. I am the way. I am. Moses was watching in his question to the divinity in the form of a burning bush. As you would read in the Old Testament, it says, Moses was said, "Who shall I say has told me this?" "I am that I am," was the answer. I am that I am. That's what you are. I am that I am. Everyone is the I am. Everyone's the I am. That's the teacher. The I am is the teacher, not the ego. Jesus wasn't egoistic. He was the most humble teacher you could find. Buddha was the most humble teacher you could find. You know, these were humble teachers here to guide us. So my purpose of life is to light the lamp of love in every heart that I meet, through my teachings, through the way I am as a person. I'm not here for any other purpose. Of course, everything requires funds. We can't exist without funds. So there will be the exchange. I will give, you give. So there's this exchange of energy. You give with love, I receive with love. I give with love, I receive with love. This is what life is all about. During this pandemic for 3 months, you know, I was without money except my savings. I didn't go to anybody. Nobody said, "Oh, Hanshi, you're such a beautiful man. Here's $5,000. So we have to have money to function. So SMA will take funds from people. Nobody's forced to do anything. You do it, you don't do it. You like it, you don't like it. Nobody's forced. So this is what I'm about. I'm about giving love and sharing love to all those who need it. And those running those courses, those leadership lessons after they learn from me, they can also have some kind of reward for the work that they do. Thank you. I enjoyed this. Thank you very much.